Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn about one more important service, that is CodeCommit. So before moving to that, let's see what is the need to learn about this developer tool. Let's say you are a developer or you have a company. Then what are the must and should requirements of your company? Your company require some website. That's the first thing, right? Every company will have their own website, right? Yes. Now, who are the persons develop that website? Developers actually write some code and develop that website. So in order to develop that website, developers use any one of the programming language. Most of the developers use any one of the programming language, and by using that programming language, they'll develop that application. Either it may be gaming application or web application, any type of application it may be. Either it may be e-commerce website. So whatever the website may be, but that was developed by one of your developer and by using any one of the programming language. Now let's say one of your developer developed the code, and now he stored that data, that code related data, inside one pen drive or inside one personal laptop, and he stored that laptop inside his home, and he hosted his website somewhere in other laptops or some other cloud environment. Let's say due to some disasters, whatever the website that developer hosted, that will be failed. So whatever the website the developer hosted is failed due to some natural disasters. Obviously, in real time, there will be a less chance for that. If you host your website inside your cloud, then it will be down or it will be damaged. Only with a less percentage, there may be a downtime or your service unavailability. That is, your website becomes unavailable. So whenever your servers fail, then only it will becomes unavailable. Let's say due to whatever the reason may be, due to disasters. So whatever the thing may be, his deployed servers will be damaged. Now he want to deploy the code again. Let's say during the same time, whatever the code he saved, that is whatever the developed code that he saved in his personal laptop in his home, was also damaged. Then now you can tell me, do he have the code to rehost the website again? No, right? He does not have code, because where the code is there, so those locations will be damaged. So he does not have any chance to do that thing, that is rehost the website again by using the same code. He need to write again the same code and he need to rehost the website by using that code, right? Yes. So now to overcome that, we have one free centralized repository providing service. So what is repository, sir? Why do we use repositories? In order to store your code, we use repositories, same like a folder inside cupboard. What you do in your home, you'll put some objects, right? Yes. So same like that, inside the repository only you can able to put your code. So those repositories publicly provided by one free website, that is GitHub. So by using this GitHub, you can able to create your own repositories, and inside that repositories you can able to put whatever the files or code files that you want to put in real time. So that is usable up to your college level. But if you comes to industry level, then they use this AWS CodeCommit. So naturally the question rises in your mind, that is, so why do the industry level people using this AWS CodeCommit other than that, that is a GitHub? So the only reason behind here is it can able to provide you high security. It can able to provide you high security. That is it can provide you high level security to your data stored under your repository. It can even able to provide you the access control. You can even control the access who can able to access that repository. So the major reason why you shift from Git repositories, GitHub repositories to this code commit repositories is because it provides you private Git repositories, and the maintenance will be taken care by AWS. You only pay for what you use. So that's why you prefer to use this AWS CodeCommit repositories. You can see directly we have an option to create our repository. Inside our repository, we can able to store whatever the code files we have, those we can able to store. So directly by clicking here on create a repository, you can enter into this page that is for creating the repository. Now I'm just canceling to show you one more way. So I'm just discarding this. Now you can see we have under code commit, under source, we have option that is repositories. Just click there to see whatever the repositories are there, and you can even able to create your repository from here. You can see one option is there to create repository. Just click on it. Now I just clicked here to create one repository. So you can able to provide your own repository name. Let's say I want to put repo1 as my repository name, or else if you want a full form, then you can able to provide a full name for that. So for your sake, for your understanding, I provided my first repository name as repository1. So description, this is an optional. If you want, you can provide, otherwise you don't need. So currently for you, for demo purpose, since I'm providing this repository, I'm providing the description as for demo purpose. So in order to delete it easily, to identify this, I provided like this. Now under tags, you can add multiple tags so that you can able to even manage. That is, you can able to use this repository for automation. Whenever you use tags, these are helpful to you. So currently I'm not providing. If you require, then you just click on add tags and provide the key value pair, and you can use them later while automation. Now I'm just removing this. In addition, you have this encryption option also there. That is, you can able to provide security to the data. So whatever the files that you stored under this, that you can able to provide security by using KMS keys. We have two options, that is AWS managed and customer managed. If you want to provide your own managed KMS key, then you choose this and provide that particular key, whatever the key that you have. Otherwise, if you want to use AWS managed, then just choose the AWS managed. So you don't need to take care of that key. And you can enable this so that you can able to use a code guru reviewer. So for reviewing the data, that is a Java or Python, and you can able to change or you can able to modify the content easily and provide the correct syntax code. So by using this option, you can even able to modify your code. So even not providing this also, you can able to edit the code that you store under the repositories. So whatever the files under these repositories, you actually store the files. So where in that files you have code, right? Yes. So you directly edit that code directly from this management console. After creating that, I'll show you that as well. And there, if you use this option, then it will provide you suggestions or recommendations to improve the quality of the code that you provided. So in that way, it is helpful. So that's why I enable this. Now I'm just clicking on create so that our repository will be created by using this name. You can see we got a message, repository successfully created. So you can see this is our repository. So inside this, it was provided me some details related to how to connect. how to connect to our repository. Those related details are provided here. So under repositories, previously you do not have any repositories. Currently I'm having one repository that's what I've created. So what are the name that I've provided, what are the description that I've provided. So based on that, our repository is created, and when it was created or when it was last modified, those details also available. So to clone based on URL, you have these options are also there, and this repository related KMS key ARN also available here. Now, wow, we successfully created one repository under our code commit. Now what I'm expecting is, I'm expecting to connect to this repository. So whatever the repository that I have created, I want to connect to that repository, and I want to push, that is, I want to put one file inside this repository. Now let's see how to do that in hands-on. So in order to do that, so I've already created one EC2 instance server previously. Now I just connected to that. You can see I'm just reloading the page so that it will reconnect again. Yeah, the session is initializing, connection is establishing. Previously only I have already configured my credentials and details in this in order to connect to any AWS service. So first we need to install Git here. So in order to communicate with that, I need to install Git here. You can see my Git command is not found. So for that, we need to request super user to do yum install Git. So I want a Git, so that I'm installing that. So you can see it was asking me. So these all will be installing. This is the Git that was installing, that particular related dependencies are there, and size is also mentioned here. You can see 54 KB. So totally it was mentioned here. Now installing 8 packages, it was asking us the permission, yes or no, to install all these dependencies on your server or EC2 instance that you created. Now I'm just providing yes, Y as my option. I'm clicking on enter. You can see that is downloading all the dependencies and what are the Git that is required. You can see that was downloaded. Now I'm just expecting to verify whether my Git is installed or not by using this command. You can see I got the Git version. So since Git is installed, so that's why it is providing me the version of a Git that was installed. Right? Yes. So I can assume my Git was installed successfully. Now, in order to connect to my repository, we have a command. So that is even available in our repository. So that's why I opened my repository. That is the repository one. So here you can see one command is there, clone the repository. So under this clone the repository you have, so this command is there, just copy this. So by using this command, you can able to connect it to your Git. You can able to connect it to the repository, private Git repository that you created. Now I'm just pasting that by pressing Ctrl Shift V and just clicking on enter. You can see it was asking me the username for connecting this. So how do I get this username? It also asks you password as well to connect to the Git. So how do I get that HTTP related GitHub username and password, sir? So in order to get those two, that is username and password, so you can get them directly from IAM service, your administrator. So whoever the administrator is there, he will provide you. Whoever the administrator is there, he will provide you those details. Currently, I am the owner of this account, so that's why I'm just providing me the credentials. Let's say you are the owner, then I'll show you how to provide these credentials to any particular user. You can see under this security credentials, you have an option. You can see under this security credentials of particular IAM user, to which user you want to provide those credentials. Under that particular user, you can see Now you can see under this, that is what security credentials of particular user, IAM user that you want to provide the credentials. So for that, under that you have an option that is a SSH connection for code commit, and you also have HTTP Git credentials for code commit. Now what credentials we want? We want HTTP credentials, right? So that's why I'm just generating those credentials by using this option. So for current user, so whatever the user that I'm using, for that user I have provided the IAM permissions as well. So that's why it is allowing me to create these, to generate these credentials. Now I'm just copying the username. So to use that for this lab, now I'm just pasting by using Control Shift V. You can see I pasted my username. Now again I need to paste the password. So for that you can see we have an option to show. Now I'm just copying this. So what are the credentials that we are generated? Now I'm just pasting this here by pressing Ctrl Shift V. Or else you can choose this command. Yeah, the thing what happened here is your password that you paste here, that is not visible. So just click on Ctrl Shift V so that your password will be pasted, and then click on enter. Yeah, I got some error due to I pasted the same password multiple times. Now I'm executing the same command again to paste my username and password. So I'm just copying my username again. You can say I copied and pasted here by using Ctrl Shift V command, and I just clicked on enter. Now I'm copying my password. Again I'm pressing Ctrl Shift V command. Again I'm pressing enter. You can see it was connected. It was connected. So instead of fatal error, so since you haven't got any error, so that we can able to say it was connected successfully. But so we got one warning, that is you appear to have cloned an empty repository. So whatever the connected repository that you connected, so that is an empty repository. So you connected successfully, but the repository is empty because inside our repository we haven't created anything, right? So that's why it is empty. Now I'm just opening the Git repository, that is a code commit repository that we created. You can see, you can observe the thing, that is by using what URL we connected, by using this clone repository URL, we connected to the created repository. Inside this repository, currently we do not have any files. Now what I'm expecting is, I am expecting to create or develop some sample HTML file here, that is a small HTML file. Then I want to push that file or put that file into this repository. So for that, how to do that, sir? Now, for that, first we need to create a file, right? Yes. By using touch command, we can able to create a file. So I'm expecting to create index.html file. So that's why I'm creating this file, and you can able to list and see. So you have one repository is there, and you also have one file is there. So this repository is nothing but whatever the repository that you cloned from the repository that you created. You can even list and see whatever the data which is present under your repository by using ls command. So here I am providing repository 1, that is my folder name. So inside that, whatever the things that I have that I want to list, you can see no such file or directory is there. Yeah. So I think I written some spell mistake. Hyphen I have missed. Now I'm just expecting to paste, modify that. You can see I do not get anything. I'd like to see in expand mode ls-la. So I'm just rewriting the command again to see what are the data which is present in that. So currently ls-la. So if you do any mistakes like this, then you got errors. You can see we have .git folder is there inside that. So inside that we have some common files and folders as well as there. Now what I'm expecting, I have just created one file that is index.html. In that index.html, I am expecting to put some HTML code. Then I'd like to upload that file. I'd like to put that file inside my repository, and then I want to put that file to my commit that file to this repository. So how to do that, I'll show you. Now to put some data inside this index.html, I'm using Vim editor, index.html. I'm opening that file, index.html. Now, in order, we are in index.html file. Now, what I'm expecting is I want to insert some data. So for that, please click on control. Please click on I. So if you click on I, then it will change us to insert mode. Now you can able to write whatever the data that you want to write inside the file. Now I'm creating some header, that is hello hero. So this is the thing that I provided, and I'm closing that header. So I expect only this code to put inside my file and save that file. So in order to do that, again just click on Control O. Just click on Control O so that it will becomes this mode, that is insert mode. Now you click on colon. So you press on shift and press on colon so that it will come here. Now I want to write this data into my file and quit. So that's why I written W quit. W for write, Q for quit. If not done these two things, now just to do that. So for that I provided not notation. Now I'm just clicking enter so that if I click enter, then it will write and after that it will quit. Now I'm just clicking enter. You can see we came back. Now I want to see what are the data which is present in this index.html. I have written some data, right? So that's why I'm expecting to see that. So you can able to see by using this cat command, you can see what are the data that we provided, that is here, right? Yes. So now I want to put this file, or I want to commit this file to this repository. So to do that, first we need to check the status. So I have written, we got some error, fatal error, that is a git not found. I'm just clearing the screen. So that's why I written clear. Now let's check the status of our git. You can see we're getting one error, that is what? So not git repository, it's not a fatal error we are getting, not a git repository or any parent directories are found, that is a .git. So currently we are having that git repository inside our git repository. I am having this folder, right? Yes. So in order to execute the commands related to this git, we first need to move inside this folder, inside this directory, then you can able to execute the git commands. So in order to execute that, first I'm expecting to move this file into this. So in order to move my file, this file to this folder, I'm using mv command. So which file I'm moving, that is I'm providing the name, and to which folder I'm moving, that folder name I'm providing. You can see that is moved successfully. Now we are having only this repository. Now I'm expecting to move into that repository. Yeah, repository one, the name is. Yeah, we just moved into the repository. You can see that is visible here. Now you can able to list whatever the data present in it. So you can able to even ls- use expanded format. You can list whatever the files. Here we have this .git folder. Now let's see the git status here. So since we are having this parent directory here, we can able to check. So let's check and verify. So I've written, yeah, you can see this is not committed. You can see this is not included. This is not added to our Git files. So that's why this is in the red format. So whatever the file that I have initially when you created, that is not added by default. You need to add it manually. So by using this git add command, you can able to add that file. So I'm just adding that index.html file to my git. And now I'm expecting to check the status again. You can see the color was changed. That is, this is now included, right? Yes. So this file is now included. Now before we are putting our data into our repository, we must need to commit. We must need to commit our file. So for that, you have git commit. You need to commit some message. -m indicates message. So what are the message that you want to commit, that you write here? New file, or else file version 1. So this message I'd like to commit. So that's why I'm just providing that. You can see that message is committed. Now I am expecting to push whatever the file that I have created and committed with this message into my repository, into this repository. So for that, you have git push command. So that's it. You just write git push and just click on enter. So that it asks you the username again for connecting to your HTTP git code commit. So there you again need to provide the same username and password those you generated. I'm just again pressing Ctrl Shift V to paste that. Again copying the password and again pasting here by Ctrl Shift V. You can see that is connected, and you can see what are the operations done. Those are also visible here, and our data is, or our file is moved to the repository 1. You can even validate or verify that directly from AWS Management Console. You can reload this tab. I'm just reloading this web page to check does my index.html is moved to here or not. You can see the interface is changed. One file is there, that is index.html. So you can open and see. So whatever the data that you push that is available here or not, you can able to open and see. Right? We can able to see here. We can even edit from directly from here. You can able to write the data, and you can even able to provide the commit message, even it's an optional. Now you need to provide the author name and email address. Then you need to click on commit changes. Otherwise you will got the error like this. Now currently I'm not expecting to edit. So that's why I'm canceling this. You can see we got this option. Yeah. Now I'd like to show you one more thing, that is a create a pull request. So why do we use this pull request, sir? You use this pull request in order to move, or in order to sync. You know this is sync, right? Yes. You know this is synchronization, right? Yes. So to sync the data from one source to one destination, one source branch to one destination branch, then you can use this pull command, pull request command. Now I'm expecting to show you that. So by pushing one more file, currently I'm having this master branch, right? Now I'm expecting to create one more branch, and inside that branch, I would like to provide one more index.html file, and I want to provide a pull request from master branch, that is from branch 1 to this master branch. How to do that? How to synchronize the data which are present in different branches. So in order to do that, I'd like to create one branch here, that is a checkout. By using a checkout statement, we can able to create one branch with what are the branch name that you want. So I want a branch 1 as my branch name. You can see we just switch it to this branch. Now I want to do edit the code. So whatever the code which is present in my index.html, I want to edit it. So for that, I'm just clicking on Vim. So what is my file name? Index.html. So I'm just opening that. So currently we are having this. So we are in this index.html. I'm pressing I to enter into insert mode. Now I'm in insert mode. Now in this, I'm expecting to provide some style. So I'm expecting to provide some style of color red. So that I provided. Now I'm expecting to save this code. So to save this code, just click on Control O. You can see the mode is changed. Just click on Shift colon, then WQ, write and quit. So if not, then click on Enter so that your modifications will be modified under your index.html. You can even see by using cat command. You can see the style is updated here, right? Yes. So now I want to push it to my GitHub repository. So to push it to GitHub repository, first we need to check the status, whether it was committed or not. You can see this was not committed to what are the branch that we just created. So we need to add this to what are the branch that we created. Now I'm just adding. Now you can even again see the status. You can see that was added. Now we need to commit some message. Let's say if you not committed some message, you directly try to push this to that particular repository. Then let's see what error we got. You can see you got some error. So where is our git push command? So this is our git push command. You can see we are getting fatal error. The current branch has no upstream branch. So the current branch have no upstream branch. We need to create this upstream branch. So whenever you created any new branch and try to push it to a repository, then we need to set upstream branch origin as our branch. So what are the branch that we want to which branch we want to move, that branch we need to upstream as origin. So that's why I'm copying this. Now I'm just pasting this here by using Control Shift V command. You can see that is pasted. Just clicking on enter. You can see it was asking for the username again. We must need to provide the username. To do that, I'm just pasting that. It again asks me the password. So whatever the actions do you done on top of your repository, those all will be happen only when you provide the username and password. So that's one of the important point you need to monitor. Now we have created this as our origin as well. Now let's see this git push command is happening or not. We can able to push this index.html to our git repository that we just created. So what are the git branch that we created? So for that branch, does it able to move or not? I'm just reloading this page. You can see branch one is created here inside my repository. So when it was created, so whenever I've written this command, then it was created. Git push set upstream origin branch one. So then it was created. Now I'm just clicking on git push, and now I'll paste my username, and I would like to paste my password. Now I'm just clicking on enter. You can see everything up to date. I think it was pushed. So let's move to that branch and check whether it got the index.html file or not. Yeah, you can see it was pushed. Since message committing is an optional, so we haven't got any error. Even the file is pushed. So let's verify this file contains the updated data, that is color or not, color red or not. Now I'm just opening this. It does not have that data. It does not have that data. So we need to push it again. We need to commit the message and we need to push it again. So what we want to do, we need to commit and push. So git space commit. I want to commit a message that is updated code. So this is our commit, updated color or updated code. Now I'm just clicking on enter. You can see one insertion is there, one deletion is there, one file change is there. Now I'm just pushing this so that it will be pushed to my branch that what branch I have created, that to that branch it will be pushed. Again, we need to do this operation, we need to provide the username, password, you can see, yeah. So it was pushed to our repository, that is a branch one repository. You can verify that. So under our references, we have two branches, that is master branch is one and branch one is one more branch. I'm opening this branch one. In this, you can see under this branch one, so whatever the code index.html file code, that in that you have this style, that is color is updated or not. Yes, it is updated. If you see master, that is a default branch, there the color is there, no, right? The color is not updated in real time. So whatever the version 2 or updated version of your index.html file or your application code that you deployed, you need to synchronize it with so whatever the original code. So during that time, how to do that? So to do that synchronization between your two different branches but same files, or else if you want to synchronize between two different branches, whatever the files which are present in branch one, those I want to move to my master. So if you want to do that, then just move to your code. You can open your repositories. You can see one repository is there, so that I am opening. So there you have to open whatever the branch that you want to pull the data from, which branch. So in order to pull the data from one branch to another branch, you just need to click on this create pull request. So here you need to specify to which destination branch you want to move. I want to move my data to master branch from my branch one. Since branch one contains the updated version of code, I want to move that code to this master branch. So for that, you first need to compare the data, whatever the changes that you got. You can see mergeable option is also there. That is it was confirmed. You can able to merge the data from branch one to master. So there is no conflicts. You can able to provide the title. So whatever you require that, and you can see the modifications. This is the old data. After doing this, that is pulling request. After pulling the request, creating the pull request. So like this, your data will be updated. So you can even see that changes. Now I'm just clicking on pull request. Now pull request one has been created. So just our pull request has been created, but we haven't merged the data. We just created the pull request. We need to merge the data. Since you can see no merge conflicts are there, no approval rules are given. It was an open mode. Now I'm just merging this. So to merge that, you just click on merge. It will ask you which type of merging option you want. I'm just moving on with the default option. If you want to delete branch one after merging, then you just select this. Currently, I'm not expecting. So that's why I'm just merging pull request by using this fast forward merge. That's the default option I'm choosing. You can see we got a message merged, or branch one has been merged to master. You can verify that by going to code. You open master index.html file. I'm opening it and I want to see, yeah, you can see the color is updated here. So in this way, you can able to merge the data from one branch to another branch inside your code commit. So this is the same process inside your Git as well. Even you can provide a pull request to another repositories, and you can even provide the commits. We provided two commits. First commit message is file version 1 and second one is updated code. We can even see the branches which are present inside our repositories. We have created two branches. One is master, another one is branch. You can even make one branch, the other branch to default branch. You can even modify that. So directly from your repository, you can even able to modify which is your master branch, that is a default branch, and which is your other branch, those you can able to modify as well. So you have two more advanced options, that is a create notifications rules and manage notification rules. So if you create notification rules by using this create notification rules and manage notification rules, you can able to be notified by using some AWS services, or you can even trigger other services. Like if you want notifications whenever an event happen, that is whenever a repository is created or any file is created inside your repository, then or modified inside your repository, that is deleted or updated inside your repository. If you want notification, then you can create that by using these notification services, these notification options. You can able to trigger SNS topic. There inside your SNS topic, you can able to subscribe by using your email so that you can able to get the notifications for each and every event. And you can even able to trigger other AWS services to perform actions. So based on the rules you provided here, those can able to trigger other services. So after triggering, you can able to perform certain corresponding actions as well. Basically, developers use these rules to create triggers to developer tools like code build and code deploy and code pipeline. So by using these tools, they can able to manage the CI/CD pipelining. So they'll store the data in this code commit. They'll build the data by using this code build. They build the environment and they'll check that, they'll test that, and then after testing, they'll deploy the code. So in order to manage all these things, they use the code pipeline. Now, we also have two more options, that is the Git tags. You can able to provide these so that it will be helpful for you whenever you are doing automation. Settings also there. These settings are related to your repository settings. You can see you can change the default branch as well. So master is the current default branch. You can change it to branch 1. You can save it so that your branch 1 becomes now the default one. You can even open your repository, and inside that repository you can able to see now the default. Once again, let's see the settings. Do we save the changes or not? Yeah, save changes are not saved. Now I changed this to master and I'm just clicking on save. You can see down save is there. You just need to click there so that default branch becomes what? Branch 1. So the default branch is updated. You can able to see here, or you can able to see directly from repositories. You can open your repository and see the default repository. Yeah, you can see branch 1 becomes the default branch now. Master is not now default branch. So like that, by using the settings, you can able to modify the default branch, repository description. So KMS key also you can able to modify. You can even delete the repository directly from here. by just reconfirming, by providing this delete option here, I'm just canceling it. At last, I'll delete it as well. You can even provide the notifications by creating the notifications. Currently, I have not provided such opportunity to this IAM user. You can even create triggers. You can see you can able to trigger either SNS or Lambda function. Now I'm just canceling this since I'm not expecting to provide any triggers for this demo. Now at last you have repository tags. These tags are related to repository, and you have Amazon Code Guru reviewer. So currently I have not provided permission to this as well. So you can also see whatever the approval rule templates from here. So by this you can able to create some rule templates, manage the rule templates like deleting and creation, where you can associate them with the repositories to control whoever accessing the AWS account. You just click on create that template so that it will came here. Then here you need to add the branch filters, and you need to specify which repository to which repository you want to apply that. So that's it. I'm just canceling it. So this is all about your code commit. Now I'm just deleting whatever the branches that I have created and whatever the repository that I have created. So first I want to delete this repository. So that's why I'm selecting this. You just click on delete repository. There you need to reconfirm by using delete message. Just click on delete. So that's it. So whatever the repository that you created and you done some works till now, though that repository is deleted successfully. You can even reload and check. Yeah, that repository is not there anymore. So I hope you got knowledge or knowledge recap from this video about code commit service. I hope this video is useful to you. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.